agree as touching anything on earth, it shall be done, but for them of my Father which is in heaven. And this one gets good. It's got like this one. Then Peter, of course, Peter, there used to be a preacher named Peter Popoff. And I thought that had been a good name for Peter because he was always popping off in the Bible. Then Peter said, "Oh Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? 7 times?" Jesus said, "I say not unto thee 7 times, but 70 times 7. Now, this particular gospel doesn't say it, but one of the other gospels where it says this same story says in one day. 490 times in one day. Now, I don't know very many people that can mess up that many times in one day. They got to sleep sometime. Then he says, there was a kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain man that gave accounts unto his servants. And when he begun to reckon to one, was brought to him that owed him 10,000 talents. I don't know what a talent was, but it wasn't a little bit. But for as much as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and his children, and all that he had in payment be made. But this servant fell down and worshipped, saying, Lord, have patience with me, I will pay it back. So the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion and loosed him, and he forgave him the debt. That's okay, I'll just wipe it off the books. But this same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 pence. Probably about $1. And he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, pay me what you owe me. Now, I can understand because, you've been in there to the boss and the boss has been chewing you up and you're all, oh goodness, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And when you get out of there, you go, shoo, miss that one. You go out there, you're all full of spit and vinegar, and the first one you see, you jump on them. Because why? You got all this adrenaline flowing. But he still grabbed him by the throat. You sorry, so-and-so, give me my money. And the fellow servant fell down on his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me and I'll pay you everything. But he would not. He went and cast him into prison till he could pay the debt. Now, how's he going to pay the debt if he's locked in jail and can't work? See, so he cut his nose off to spite his face. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry and came and told their Lord all that was done. And then the Lord, after he had called him, said unto him, you wicked servant, I forgave you all that debt because you desires me. Could you not have had compassion on your fellow servant, even as I had pity on you? It said the Lord was wroth and delivered him to the tormentors till he could pay all that was due unto him. What God's trying to say here through Jesus speaking is that God forgave us of being made of dirt. He forgave us of everything we've done already and everything we're going to do. Covered by the blood of Jesus. And then we turn around and someone looks at us wrong or doesn't pay us what they owe us or they talk bad about us or they do something, even if they do something bad to us. It's not a lifetime of bad, it's a one-time bad, and we're ready to... And Jesus was making the point, if God forgives us of so much, why cannot we extend mercy to others? So, it says, if you don't forgive, then my Father also will not forgive you your trespasses. Now, a trespass is when you do something against someone. You're trespassing. Emotionally, physically, mentally, you're trespassing. When you go run around with someone else's husband, you're trespassing on that wife's property. When you steal from somebody, you're trespassing on their property. When you tell lies on them, you trespass on their peace of mind. So you're hurting somebody else. And God said, if you don't forgive people who trespass against you and do things against you, then you won't be forgiven when you trespass against someone else. Again, you're not going to make it to heaven because you didn't forgive that person. No, you're going to have to pay for what you're doing right here, because why? You're not showing mercy. God is merciful to us. We're supposed to show mercy. As you say, we're supposed to be conduit. Mercy falls in, mercy falls out. Mercy falls in, mercy falls out. Someone treats us bad, mercy falls out. Somebody treats us good, mercy falls out. We're supposed to always show the Father's nature, not our sinful nature. I'm going to have to preach that message Brother Up the Grove did on mother's side and father's side. Jesus said on his mother's side, he was born in Bethlehem. But on his father's side, he always was. On his mother's side, he was 12 years old. See, on his mother's side, he was going to be crucified, but on his father's side, he was going to rise again and rule forever. See, so we have to choose whether we're going to be on our earthly side or our heavenly side. And if we stay on our heavenly side, we reap heavenly blessings. If we stay on our earthly side, then we're going to reach earthly stuff, which can be good, bad, or plain ugly. So, Jesus was teaching them the greatest in the kingdom. I was, one of my followers was going to preach on John the Baptist this morning. And I told him, John the Baptist and Jesus were cousins. And Jesus made the remark that there was no greater prophet than John the Baptist.